In this video, we will be looking at linear systems. So first off, a linear system contains two or more linear equations or two or more lines, and the solution to a linear system is the point of intersection. Now, there are three different ways that we can solve for a point of intersection, but the first way is by graphing. So if you're given two lines and you're asked to solve the system, we're going to graph those two lines using our knowledge of slope and y-intercept. And once we graph them, we will identify that point of intersection, and that is our solution. So let's start off with y equals 1/2 x plus 1. The slope of this line is 1/2, and the y-intercept is 1. So I'm going to go to my y-intercept, so positive 1 on the y-axis. And then from this point, I'm going to rise 1 and run 2 to the right. And I'll continue. Rise 1, run 2, plot the point. Rise 1, run 2, plot the point. And I'm going to continue. Now, for the first line I graph, I will apply this rise and run until I hit the edge of the grid in both directions. And you'll see why in a little bit. Then I'm going to go from that y-intercept, instead of up and to the right, I'm going to go down and left. So down 1, left 2, down 1, left 2. And I will continue. And here's my line. I'm going to connect my dots. I'm going to put arrows at the ends of my lines. And I'm going to label the equation. There's the first one. Let's go to our next line. Y equals -3/4x plus 6. My slope is -3/4. I'm just going to take the negative and put it up in the numerator. And my y-intercept is 6. So I'll go to 6, and now I will apply my slope until I hit my line. And the reason I applied my slope so many times for the first line is to see where all those clean points are. Because my point of intersection, I'll usually plan them to be nice numbers. So if it goes off and you have to estimate your point of intersection, you might have done something wrong. So I'm going to go down 3 and to the right 4. And the minute I do that, boom, I hit my other line. So I'm going to connect my dots. I'm going to label my equation for good communication. And now my solution is this common point, and it is at 4, 3. And that's it. So let's try another example. Y equals 2/3x minus 6. My slope is 2/3. My y-intercept is -6. There's the y-intercept, and now I'm going to go up 2, right 3. Up 2, right 3. Up 2, right 3. Okay, I hit the edge on this side, but I'm going to continue from the y-intercept in the other direction. So instead of up 2, I'll go down 2. Instead of right 3, I'll go left 3. Down 2, left 3. And connect. And label. For the next equation, our slope is -2, but I want to see it as a fraction, so I'll put it over 1, and the y-intercept is 10. So I'm going to go to 10 on my y-axis, and now I'm going to go down 2, right 1. I haven't hit my other line, so I'm going to continue. Down 2, right 1. Down 2, right 1. Continue, continue, and now I've hit the other line. So I'll connect my dots. I'll label my line, and here is the point of intersection. X is 6, y is -2. So in both of these examples, our equations were in y equals mx plus b, so we could see the slope and the y-intercept really nicely and use our graphing knowledge to graph two lines and identify that point of intersection. But your lines might not always be given in y equals mx plus b, which means we might need to rearrange our equations to get them into the proper useful format. All right, so in this next example, our first equation is in y equals mx plus b form, so that's wonderful. My slope is 4 over 3. My y-intercept is -6, so I'll go ahead and plot that. And now I'm going to go up 4 to the right 3, up 4 to the right 3, up 4 to the right 3. And I'll also go in the reverse direction, so down 4, left 3. And I'll label that line. But for the next equation, this is standard form. It doesn't give me the slope and the y-intercept just by looking at it. So I need to rearrange this into y equals mx plus b, which means I need to start off by getting this term on its own. And to do that, I'm going to bring the x to the other side, which will turn it negative. If you'd like to put the coefficient of 1 in front, you're more than welcome to. So -1x. And I'll also bring the constant over, which makes it negative. Now I'm not done isolating for y. I still have to get rid of that 3. So I'll divide everything by 3. So now I have y equals -1 divided by 3 is a decimal, so I'm just going to keep my fraction. And that's as reduced as it gets. But -3 divided by 3 is -1. So now I can see my slope is -1 over 3. And my y-intercept is -1. So there's my y-intercept, and now I'm going to go down 1 to the right 3, and I've already hit the other line. I'm going to label, and you can label with the original or the rearranged form, it doesn't matter. But there's my point of intersection. X is 3 and y is -2. So I'm going to write therefore the point of intersection, so POI, is 3, -2. Let's do one more example here. Y equals -3x plus 8, and 2x plus 3y equals 3. Well, the first one is great. The slope is -3, which I'll put over 1, and the y-intercept is 8. Here we are with the y-intercept, and then we're going down 3, right 1, down 3, right 1, and I will continue until I hit the edge of my grid. I couldn't fit that slope in the other direction, so I didn't apply it there. And now for the next one, I need to get it into y equals mx plus b. So the 3y needs to be by itself, so I just need to get rid of the 2x. The 3 is already on the other side, and I like to put the -2x in front of the constant because that's where I normally see my slope, but it doesn't matter. You could also put it after the 3. It'll still represent the slope eventually. And now I'm dividing everything by 3, so I'll have y equals -2 over 3x, and then 3 divided by 3 is 1. So I'll go to +1, and then I'm going to go down 2, right 3, and there we go. There's my point of intersection already, right here. Therefore, the point of intersection is 3, -1. And that's it. You're just using your grade 9 skills of graphing lines, but you're doing it twice. Sometimes you're lucky and you get y equals mx plus b, so you can go straight to your y-intercept or your slope. And sometimes you are given the equation in standard form, which is fine because we can rearrange it into y equals mx plus b form.